Hey y'all, it's Thomas Hendricks with Chrono 24 in New York City. For today's video, we have a bit of a thought exercise for you. If you had to build a watch collection with only one brand, which brand would you choose? And which watches from that brand would make your list? We may decide to turn this video into a series where we talk about single brand watch collections with Tudor, Cartier, Rolex, Breitling, etc. But we felt for now the most natural place to start is with Seiko. They're well made, they're affordable, they've got in-house movements, and there are so many of them out there to choose from. Simply put, Seiko is great if it's your first watch or your 14th watch. Prices for Seiko have been creeping up both at retail and on the secondary market. We even did a report on how Seiko's market share is shifting on Chrono 24. Still, if you're looking for the best watch under $100, best watch under $500, or best watch under $1,000, Seiko is still the brand that's mentioned more than any other. When searching for a watch at any price point, you need to know that it's going to fit your budget, fit your lifestyle, and fit your wrist in that order. The good thing about Seiko is that they're easy to sell if you want to upgrade later on, and they're easy to enjoy throughout your life even as your knowledge and buying power increases. Seiko buyers specifically can be divided into two main camps. Everyday people that need a good watch for the office, for weekends, for whatever, and watch collectors who are seeking something fun, something special, maybe even a little bit impulsive. We got recommendations for everyone, and this intro is long enough already, so let's get into it. If budget is your primary concern, then look no further than the Seiko 5. Many people buy a Seiko 5 as their first and sometimes their only watch. The SNK line features automatic movements made in-house by Seiko. You get good visibility even at night, and you can find them on Chrono 24 for as little as $100. The brand also recently released a Seiko 5 GMT, which has become an instant hit among collectors and watch writers. One tip, it's generally better to choose a newer model instead of going vintage here. There's more risk and more reward with vintage, but repairs are expensive, so you'll have more reliability with a modern example. The last thing you want to do is buy a $100 watch that needs a few $100s worth of repairs. One friend of mine just had a kid, and another friend of mine just started his own business. They both got Seiko 5s because cash is tight and it's a watch that gets the job done. Let's talk divers. We've got classics like the Turtle, the Tuna, the Samurai, the Captain Willard, to name a few. They're tough, accurate, and they have the best lume for the money, so visibility is strong no matter what. My personal favorite model is the Samurai, like the reference SRPB99K1. The handset has a lot of character, the case is nice and angular, and you get that knurled crown for some great winding action. A word of warning here, Seiko divers are large tool watches, often 43 to 45 millimeters in diameter and about 14 millimeters thick. They don't slide under a cuff very easily, and they feel noticeably chunky, so make sure that that's what you want before you buy. Let's class it up and hit dress watches quickly. If you want something decent to wear to the office that may get a compliment or two, we've got the Presage line, which I actually chose for my first mechanical watch. There's good variety here, and the amount of details per dollar is really impressive. For a little more, you can buy an enamel dial Seiko, which is basically unheard of for this price point. It's a classy and technical touch that deserves to be seen in person. For some all-around picks that can be a little sporty or a little dressy, depending on the situation, we've got the 38mm Alpinist collection, including the SPB 157. There's the Spirit collection, like the SARB 033, which has beveled and polished hour markers and 100 meters of water resistance. And at only about $250, we've got the Seiko 5 SRPG 27K1, which is like a tough and ready field watch that also knows how to order a bottle of wine. Final category, we're talking about the weird stuff. These Seikos are great if you want something creative for your first watch, or more likely, you've covered the bases with the rest of your collection and now you want to spice it up without spending too much. The best part about this job is putting a spotlight on really cool watches that people might not know about, and probably the worst part of this job is revealing personal favorites that I kind of wanted to keep a secret, but enough with the gatekeeping, let's check out some heat. In no particular order, we've got the reference 5719 mono pusher chronograph made for the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. Or you could arguably go for the world's first automatic chronograph caliber from 1969. That's the Seiko 6139, better known as the Pode. You can even choose the orange dial variation for some extra flair. On the budget end, we've got the Indic dials of the 34mm SNK063J5 and the 42mm SNKP21J1. If you like color, there's the two collections of the Roaring Blazers Seiko 5 collaboration, designed in part by vintage watch expert and friend of the channel, Eric Wind. And finally, for something truly bonkers, we have to mention the Seiko watch designed by Giorgetto Giugiaro. These blend watch design, automotive design, and Italian futurism for a line of watches that looks like nothing else on the market. That was quite a lot of watches on our list, but with Seiko, that's unavoidable. Even still, there are so many that I missed, so please help the community out and drop a comment below if I skipped a favorite of yours, or if you've got advice for anyone out there looking to build a Seiko collection. And if you've got an idea for which brand to do next for this series, let us know. That's all for now. I'm Thomas Hendricks with Corner 24 in New York City. Seiko watches forever. We'll see you next time.